Here's an interesting trade from Gustavo Miranda. We can get Xavier Howards, who is not hitting very well at all in the major league level. Honestly, I'm going to say no to that. But, you know, I could make I know we're deep in terms of outfielders, but I like Nick Gonzalez and Elijah Vincent at second base. So in terms of the trade deadline, we didn't do much. We were definitely more buyers than sellers. I was at first tempted to basically trade a bunch of our guys at first, but then kind of July happened, and now we're definitely in the playoff hunt for real. And so we were definitely buyers on adding another starter to our rotation, even though he's older, even though we may not get him in the offseason. To me, that was big. Same thing with Mike Soroka. He's potentially going to be a free agent if we don't sign him through arbitration. But to me, the way I see it is we're kind of pushing for that playoff spot. Maybe, I don't want to say we're going to contend for a World Series, but I think we're a dark horse team to make some noise in the playoffs. And then we added Kendall Graveman as well. So we really just bulked up our pitching. It's sad that we had to give up Ornell Cruz, but the way I see it is we have the bats. I trust Edgar Hernandez. Nick Gonzalez is a good platoon guy. And we're probably going to call up 2 other guys, and it's probably going to be hitters that I call up for September call-ups. I don't know who, but we're going to call up 2 guys, and they're probably going to be platoon guys as well. That will help. But to me, the biggest struggle this entire season has been pitching. And now that we're sort of figuring out our pitching and the bats have always been there, you know, we're looking like a dangerous ball club. So I say we kind of won the trade deadline. I kind of wish maybe we could have got a little bit more, but I'm not going to complain adding 2 more pretty solid arms in. And now we're just going full force to not hopefully, you know, it would be great to have a wild card spot, but we're ultimately going after Milwaukee for the division title. We start off this game 8-2. Oh my God. Situation hitting a critical situation. I don't know why they did this, but I guess it's to extend Hayes from not losing his hitting streak or something, but all right, we got a critical situation. Elijah Vincent. Can he keep the game alive? We kind of made a comeback. We were down, and, you know, we sinned, and we got 2 runs. It was 9-6 entering the bottom of the 9th. Oh, entering critical situation, 6-5 Boston, bottom of the 9th. Runner on second for the rookie Diego Ramirez, who hits a deep fly ball. Now he's wearing number 27. Nick Gonzalez, he's going to tag up. Is he going to get in there? He is going to get in there safe. 1 out away. Lonnie White, the 2nd round pick in the 2020 draft. Let's see what he can do. Can he bring in the tying run? He can, and it's another deep fly ball. Going back there. And we're going to tie the ball game. The Pirates are a little bit on a losing streak. 3 to 4 game losing streak. They got swept by the Cardinals. Great hit by the backup catcher, La Castillo. Huge hit. Now to Elijah Vincent. D fly ball. Is that going to drop? It is not. Well, it is, but I thought it wasn't going to. I thought it was going to get caught. That's why I said it. He did not. But a runner on second and first. They call someone else. Can Brian Hayes? Can he come up in the clutch for the Pittsburgh Pirates? Deep fly ball, going back there at the wall. RBI single, and just like that, the Pirates make the comeback. Another critical situation as we are on a 3 or 4 game winning streak. We swept the Diamondbacks Can the golden child Henry Davis get it done? And he cannot, and we drop the game against the Reds. So as we take a quick look as we're cruising through the month of August, we have kind of struggled. Lost 4 in a row. We're 4-6 in the last, and the Brewers, have an 8-game lead over us. But do you see the number? 69 wins. We had 69 wins all of last year. We have 69 wins right now, with still almost a whole month of baseball left. And the wild card race, it's getting interesting. The Giants, and we're tied. The Mets are close behind us. We want to keep the Cardinals distance far, and the Cubbies. So really the Mets and the Cubs are our big foes. We enter a critical situation. We are up 6-3 in the 7th. Brian Reynolds, he gets a hit, and that is going to be an out. We get the big dub, 6-3. Josh Bell had a grand slam. Mike Soroka, pretty solid outing. Henry Davis also had a home run. Robert Fitzgerald and Brian Hayes both had 2 hits and a run. 1 out. Top 9, it is a split series so far. We've won 1, they've won 1. Josh Bell is up. And that is a fly ball. We're not going to tag up, but 2 away. Are we going to get the rally going? We don't know. Anthony Rizzo, who I believe probably more than likely came in since he's 0 for 2 just recently in the game. Brian Reynolds is in at second, so ideal. And that's a fly ball, and that is probably going to get it done. Oh, wait. I stand corrected. Rizzo hits a home run. We get the lead. We put in our big man, Aroldis Chapman, to close out this game. I honestly didn't think Rizzo was going to get that home run. I thought it was going to be a fly out, or and then maybe rob it at the wall. But you know what? I'll take it, man. I will take the home run. Oh, just missed. And strike out. Oh, Paul Goldschmidt is mad. He's big mad. It would be huge if we get a win over the Cardinals, extend our wild card lead to like 7-ish games. Because they were 6 games heading into this series. And to me, I don't know, we have a very interesting September coming up. Because we're playing against the Brewers twice. Even though we're probably not going to catch them, as Chapman strikes out Nolan Arenado. You know, to me at this point, would it be nice to win the division? Yes, but I want to keep that NL wild card spot alive. That's all I care about. Is keeping that wild card spot, not giving it up. That means we have to play the Mets. We have to play the Mets. I'm pretty sure we don't face anyone in the NL. It's basically San Francisco and the Mets for us. Cubs, it would be huge. As Chapman strikes out the side, we get the dub. We enter another critical situation in the series finale against the Arizona Cardinals, trying to hold it down so we can get an extra inning win. Seems like this is all this ball club knows. And it seems like that's all the extra situations are as well. We struck out. All right, I'll take it. But we're into extras. Top 10, we do have the extra inning rule where there's a guy on second. It is what it is. If Rizzo wasn't the guy on first, I probably definitely would tag up, but it's not worth it with only 19 speed. Nick Gonzalez, who's hitting 191 in the majors. right now. Maybe he's not as ready as I thought he was. And I say that and, oh, never mind. Yeah, no, he's not ready. As he flies out, 2 away. Diego Ramirez, 254, 9 home runs, 27 RBIs. Ooh. That's a little humbling experience, the fact that they're intentionally walking Diego. The show knows I rake with him. And Andre De La Castillo, backup guy, 3 for 3 on today. He has been absolutely raking. Just fouls it off. Only needs a triple. Interesting. And that is a grounder, and we're going to at least have an 11th inning. We do get a win on a walk-off double by, I believe, Harrison Bader. We split the series. All right, another critical situation, somewhat. It's 5-0 us over the Nationals. Can we get a 3rd home run for Diego Ramirez? Oh, that is a deep fly ball. Going back at the track. He's got it. We enter another critical situation as we're trying to hold the 1-1 run. Oh my goodness. We enter another critical situation as we're trying to protect our lead. Chapman's in, 1 out away, but they do have a man on 3rd. Can Chapman not blow this save and get the sweep on the Nationals before we head into our big series against the Chicago Cubs? This team has exceeded all of my expectations, in all honesty. I did not think, as we are 2 strikes, I did not think we would be a 70, maybe 80 win ball club. I thought maybe we would be 500, roughly. And maybe outside looking in the wild card spot, and it's 2 outs away. But that 19-4 July run just really changed. Basically, it gave us momentum that we needed. And the Mike Soroka trade, I don't want to say it's because of Mike Soroka, but when we got him, we've been winning ball games. As Juan Soto swings, we get another W. Big, huge momentum entering the Chicago Cubs series to end the month of August. A big series against the Cubs. It's the battle for wild card spots. I know we're basically the top 2 teams, but we want to be the top team so we get the home field advantage. Because we're going to show clips here and there from the entire series, but I figured I would show you the first at-bats and whatnot. Hayes crushes that deep fly ball. Gone over the fence, too, into the streets. His 18th of the year, a career high. We get the 1-0 lead. So we head into top of the 2nd after a Hayes home run. Fitzgerald fouls it off. Let's look at his stats. He has 100 hits, 240, 12 home runs, 53 RBIs. I'm pretty sure he's still going to be NL Rookie of the Year. Just early on it again. Bright young guy. The thing is he's, I know we don't have the best depth in baseball, as that is a hit. Great stop, otherwise that would have been a double, but he's been banged up here and there. He hasn't missed a significant amount of time, but he's been banged up, and I think that's hurt him a little bit. As I think his numbers could be a lot better. Potentially, maybe borderline all-star numbers. So there's that. But yeah, we want to host the wild card game. That's why this series is huge. And obviously, I think the bigger lead we have in the first wild card spot, the better. Because we still have time to catch up against the Brewers as Hernandez hits one, but it is a fly out. Diego Ramirez is up. So let me know down in the comments, who do you think we should call up for September call-ups? I have an idea as Ramirez smacks it into well between third base and third base and shortstop for a single. Cracks off the bat. I have two guys in mind, but let me know what you think. It's more than likely going. I don't think we need pitching, as we just advanced the runners. I think bullpen wise we're good. But I do think there's probably going to be a couple of guys potentially, as Nick Gonzalez. Joe Ross gave up 3 runs in the bottom of the third. As it's another smack. Robert Williams, man, he's going to be a stud. I mean, he's just been, from day one, he's just been one of our better hitters. And the fact that he's only 20 and he's doing this is really, really scary. And I say without a doubt, he was an absolute steal when it came to the draft with the second. He was a second-round pick. So, kudos to him. And Diego Ramirez, very underrated, very, very good signing as an international prospect, as that is a deep fly ball at the wall. No! Into the ivy. And Diego Ramirez is going to hold up, but gets an RBI double. Almost gets it, but gets caught into the ivy. And Ramirez is kind of showing that maybe we should have called him up a lot earlier, because it's also no coincidence that we call him up the same time as Soroka, and he's helping us win. The bottom of the fifth, a situation, Mike Weber, a guy who's kind of been forgotten this year, hits a deep fly ball. That is going to be a routine fly out. And Joe Ross really let this game get out of control, man. 2-6. Maybe we should have pulled him, maybe not, I don't know. But it seems like we're in a tough deficit. Now Diego Ramirez is up. Edgar Hernandez hit a double. Little too early, little impatient. 2 outs. Let's see if we could get something on the board. We are not going to. End up losing 9-3. Pete Crow Armstrong had a great game. Marcus Stroman had a great game. They just batted us around like it was nothing. All right, another critical situation, somewhat. It's 5-0 us over the Nationals. Can we get a third home run for Diego Ramirez? Oh, that is a deep fly ball. Going back at the track. He's got it. Brian Hayes already has a triple. Can he tie this ball game up? Apparently it's going to be a rainy series in Chicago, as last game it was raining as well. As it's a 1-0 count. And it's going to be a ground out with 2 away, with our MVP of the team and one of the bright players in the NL, one of the more underrated players in just baseball, in my opinion, in Brian Reynolds. That is a knock into the gap, and that's going to be down for extra bases. And Brian Reynolds, our team MVP, I'm making a campaign for the NL MVP for him, ties the ball game up. As now it's a 4-2 lead after Josh Bell hits a double, and then Rizzo says, "I'll do you one better. I'll do the same thing." And Fitzgerald says, "I'll get a single for you, my guy." As now runners on the corners. It seems like the Pirates, the young Pirates, they're cooking up a little rally going in the top of the third inning. Now Nick Gonzalez, that's a deep fly ball. Going. Almost a home run, but he catches it in the ivy. Into the top of the 6th, Rizzo hit a 2-run shot. Henry Davis hit a solo shot. But Diego Ramirez is going to ground out to first. The Cubs also did strike with a RBI double themselves, so It's a 7-3 ball game. As Henry Davis, that's going to be an error. Still beats it out. But yeah, I was about to say that. That's definitely an error. As Elijah Vincent is now to bat to get more insurance runs. Ooh. Just a bit outside. Rizzo doing damage against his former team. He's got 3 RBIs today. An RBI double and a 2-run shot. As Vincent knocks it down the middle. He's just a great hitter. I will debate that he is our best hitter. I know Reynolds puts up the numbers, but in terms of young bats, Vincent is our best bat. He just hits. He may not hit a lot of home runs, and you know what? I'm okay with that. But he gets on base, and he might be a Golden Glover too. So that's a line out from Hayes. So you know, sometimes you just need guys who play defense and can hit the ball anywhere, and that's Vincent. Honestly. Reynolds with a deep shot. Going. 3-run shot. I thought that was a somewhat go over his head. I don't know. Sometimes the angles and the depth perception of the ball is very, very different. Like, I thought that was going to go over his head into that little space, but nah, that was a clearing home run. We get a big dub. Anthony Rizzo had 4 RBIs today. Brian Reynolds also had a home run, had 4 RBIs. Henry Davis had 2 RBIs, and Josh Bell counted for 3 runs. Caleb Canley, 5 innings, 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 2 earned. Not too bad for a rebound game. We enter this critical 3rd game of the series, final game of this episode as well. Well, clips of it. As we're going to start off with a grounder, but we've split the series. You know who's going to take the leap, as it's also the last game of the month of August, as Hayes gets a hit up the middle for a single. We kind of started off slow in August, but we've been just average. But what really propelled us into the position that we are in was that record-breaking July, as Reynolds, they're both safe. Not too shabby, a base hit for both. And Anthony Rizzo, Mr. Cub himself, former Cub, now Pirate, almost hits it, but it is foul. It's a whiteout day, it looks like, for Wrigley Field, and it's not raining, thank goodness, as Rizzo hits it into the gap. That is going to score Hayes and probably Reynolds. Reynolds is rounding 3rd and is safe at home. What a way to start this game. Rizzo adds 2 more RBIs. The last 2 games he has had 6 RBIs. He is on fire right now. And Fitzgerald, he hits another one down the line. That's going to be down for extra bases. And Fitzgerald adds the lead with his own RBI double and scores Anthony Rizzo to take a 3-0 lead. You love to see it. Pirates are off to a hot start. As Davis, he's going to ground it, make it only the 2nd out of the inning. But we love to see it. 3 runs already. This is what playoff teams do. They jump on opportunities early. As Edgar Hernandez almost just a couple of feet away from a potential home run. There's no doubt about that one. He crushes it into the stands, makes it 5-0 Pittsburgh. There is no doubt about that one. He cleared that. His 12th of the year. He has been another surprise for us as well. Now, Ken Manny, as we've almost batted through the entire batting order just in this first inning alone. That's insane. But Diego Ramirez, can he bring one? Oh, that is a deep fly ball. Is that going to get out? It is! 6-0 Pirates. We are off to a fast start, and he doesn't even get through the first inning. Wow, that is insane. Maybe our bats are getting hot at the right time. Josh Bell, who's been one of our more solid bats this year, is batting 9th. As he... Oh, it's a fair ball. Is he going to get it? He is. What a way to start the first inning. Basically going through the entire batting order and putting up 6 runs. It's 7-0. Brian Reynolds added a solo shot. Fitzgerald, he's trying to add on to this lead. Rizzo also had a double. Rizzo has been hot. He has been taking this Chicago Cubs series very seriously as Robert Fitzgerald hits it. That's a deep fly ball. Now that's gone. Now it's a 9-0 lead. He absolutely crushed that ball. We go to the top of the 4th and a sac fly by, I believe, Brian Reynolds or Henry Davis. And that is a fair ball down the line, and Robert Fitzgerald's going to score. But Henry Davis is called out. Diego Ramirez gets an RBI double. It is 13-0. The Pirates are just piling it on at this point. As Josh Bell is up to bat. Miguel Castro is like the 3rd pitcher that they've used. That is a deep fly ball. Home run. 15-0. As we take the series win 2-1, and holy crap, we went on a tear. They scored 5 in the 6th, but we scored 6, 3, 2, 4, all in the 4th, and then 2 more with back-to-back home runs by Diego Ramirez and Josh Bell. Josh Bell finished with 4 RBIs. Diego Ramirez finished with 3. Robert Fitzgerald finished with 3. Brian Reynolds finished with an RBI. And don't forget, Edgar Hernandez hit a 2-run shot in the first inning as well. So as we take a look near the end of the episode, we are 76 and 59. 8.5 games back of the Brewers. We're probably not going to catch them, but we do take a 2-game lead over the Cubs. Dodgers are killing it with 85 wins. But, wow, this is insane. We have a 2-game lead over these 2 teams, and the Cubs and the Giants are going to battle it out for the 2nd spot, potentially all 3 spots. So this is going to be a wild, wild race. You know what's even crazier? We're a better road team. We're 43 and 27 on the road compared to 33 and 22 in Pittsburgh. That is wild. As I forgot to also show you the American League, the Yankees are just at the bottom. The Red Sox are killing it. The White Sox and the Guardians, Angels and Astros. It seems like the Angels and Guardians, and then the Braves. Really, the Brewers and the Dodgers seem like the best teams in baseball as well. But yeah, so let's take a look at the calendar. We do not face the Giants at all for the rest of the year. But we do face the Brewers pretty soon. We have a huge 4-game series against the Cubs, which we will probably play in next episode, and also the Brewers series as well, including the series finale. But really, we just got to hold on to the lead against the Cubs. Overall, we did not do too bad. We didn't do great. We didn't do too bad in the month of August. But I'm really excited for September. Let me know, again, in the comments, who do you want to see get called up? We're probably going to have 2, possibly 3 guys. At least 2 you guys can possibly decide the 2 guys that we call up. It is not going to be pitchers. It is more likely going to be hitters. But if you made it this far into the video, you guys are awesome. Make sure you drop a like on the video. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. But until next episode, you guys have a good one. Peace.